Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. Continuing to see the partly cloudy conditions out there this morning with mainly some high clouds around the area. We are seeing those temperatures rise into the mid 40s at this time and seeing those winds finally picking up slightly, turning more out of the east-southeast. And we'll generally see that southeasterly wind continue as we move through the day today, picking up a bit during the afternoon and into the evening time frame. Also, we'll see some increasing mid-level clouds as we go into the evening as well, but overall should see a fairly quiet and seasonable day today with no precipitation or lightning expected as we move through our working hours. Take a look at the current surface analysis. High pressure is starting to recede off to the east, and with that we'll see southerly flow on the western side of this high pressure system as it moves away. Again, starting southeasterly, and then we'll see more south to southwesterly flow as we move through the next couple of days, and that's going to bring some milder conditions. Our next chance of rain looks to arrive as this area of low pressure tracks eastward, and it's going to bring a boundary down through our region, particularly as we get into the second portion of the day on Friday. If we look at the current visible satellite, we can see those high clouds streaming through the area. That will be the case as we move through the day today. Some of this mid-level cloud cover off to the northwest is expected to settle into the region as we go into the evening time frame. We'll look at the high resolution model for the next couple of days. As mentioned, quiet conditions as we move through the day today. Just a slight breeze out of the southeast, and we'll pick up some during the afternoon, but staying below wind advisory criteria. We'll continue to see a slight breeze through the overnight time frame as well. As we get into the start of the day on Thursday, we see more of a southwesterly component to the wind, and that's going to allow those temperatures to start increasing prior to daybreak on Thursday. And as we get beyond daybreak, we will expect those winds to become quite breezy and gusty, and with a good chance of seeing a wind advisory during the day on Thursday. But as you can see here, not tracking any precipitation chances as we move through the day Thursday, just breezy and mild conditions. So overall, fairly nice day outside of those breezy conditions. As we move into the day on Friday, we will continue to see breezy conditions through the overnight, Thursday night into Friday, and then continue with those breezy southwesterly winds on Friday. It's going to allow another mild start to the day with temperatures likely pushing up close to 70, possibly exceeding 70 ahead of the boundary, as this boundary will be bringing some cooler air into the area. Overall, we'll expect a slight chance of a morning shower, isolated morning shower, but generally should see the best rain chances arriving as we get into the afternoon time frame. As you can see, the model here indicating more of a late afternoon start to the more scattered rain showers, but other models are pushing that a bit forward with a better chance of seeing those rain showers moving in during the mid-afternoon, possibly the early afternoon. So generally we'll see that slight chance of an isolated shower in the morning and then increasing chances as we move through the day, with those showers likely by the time we get into the late afternoon time frame. As you see, these showers will push through the area during the evening time and eventually off to our southeast as that boundary settles in. We'll see those winds turning northwesterly, staying breezy as the cooler air settles into the area, but we will see that rain moving out of the area, but will remain breezy and chilly as we move through the day on Saturday. Things do dry out as high pressure will work its way into the area by the time we get to the Sunday time frame. As we'll zoom out and look at the longer term forecast here, we see that high pressure off to the west settling in over the area for Sunday, so this is going to allow things to moderate slightly for Sunday, and it'll keep those winds settled as we move through the day on Sunday with dry conditions. And as that high pressure moves off to the east, once again we'll see a return of southerly flow to southwesterly flow, and those thickness values start to rise moving into next week, as it does look like we'll see a return of some fairly nice mild temperatures as we go into the beginning of next week. And it does look like we do have a chance of possibly some overnight showers Monday night into Tuesday as this little disturbance moves through the area with that warmer, more humid air pushing in over the region. So looking at the 24-hour weather vision chart for today, we'll see green conditions for the next 24 hours. We'll see our high temperature up around 54 degrees, southeasterly wind peaking around 8 to 13 knots with some peak gusts up around 18 knots, particularly as we get later in the afternoon. Do expect partly cloudy skies and mainly those high clouds around, with those mid-level clouds building in late afternoon and into the evening time frame. We'll keep that breeze out of southeast at 8 to 13 knots and then turning more south to south-southwesterly as we move through the early morning hours of Thursday. We'll see our low temperature ahead of that shift of 46 degrees this evening, And then as that wind turns more south-southwesterly, we'll start to see a slow incremental increase in the temperatures as we go into the start of the day on Thursday. Tides are running normal, and for Thursday, again, nice day with mild conditions with a high expected around 70 degrees. We do have an orange risk for wind advisory criteria, as we do expect those breezy winds to pick up not long after daybreak, with those gustier winds coming with that daytime time frame. We do expect yellow conditions as we go into Thursday evening, of continuing chance of a wind advisory continuing into the evening time frame, as we do expect breezy conditions and mostly cloudy conditions to prevail. We will stay mild through the evening with those clouds and breezy conditions, with a low expected around 58 degrees, and that's going to allow temperatures once again to get back up around 70 degrees for our Friday, with that southwesterly flow keeping things mild. We'll see mostly cloudy to overcast conditions. Again, a slight chance of an isolated shower during the morning. Then those rain chances really increase as we get into the middle and later portion of the afternoon, becoming likely as that boundary settles through the area. With that boundary, we will see a chance of an embedded thunderstorm possible, with any heavier shower that develops and pushes through the area. So looking at a red risk for precip on Friday, again, particularly the second half of the day. Yellow risk for that lightning chance, orange risk for continuing wind advisory criteria, and a yellow risk for some reduced ceilings and visibilities with that shower activity. Looking at the extended forecast here, we'll see things drying out as we go into the weekend. We'll see partly cloudy conditions on Saturday, but will remain breezy and chilly on the backside of that cold front. Things start to moderate for Sunday with mostly sunny conditions and those light winds, temperatures back up to more seasonable norms. And does look like we'll get back into the 60s, possibly into the 70s, as the trend has been trending warmer as we go into next week. But right now, just looking at some 60s for Monday and Tuesday, so a mild start to next week, and then we do introduce that chance of that overnight shower activity possibly moving through Monday night into early Tuesday morning, giving that about a 30% chance at this time. So that's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Enjoy the rest of your day.